Assalamu alaikum. I'm Sari Shakil, and for this article which I'm going to present, my co-author is my supervisor, Dr. Adnan Shahidan. The title of my article is Enhancing IoT Security with a DNA-based Lightweight Cryptography System. First of all, for this article, I would really like to thank Faculty of Computer Science and Information Technology for providing us opportunity to achieve this research results and for giving us the platform where we are giving a presentation of our work and also like the most important throughout the research, guiding us, comforting us to make different kind of researches and giving different kind of research grants also. Moving towards the abstract here in this article, as we are dealing with the IoT, we know that our security is at risk. So we need some kind of mechanism that is going to deal with the special requirements of IoT. And for that, definitely when we are working with a wireless environment, it means our security is at risk. So what kind of measures can be taken to prevent the outside or malicious user to break up our security? And for this, how we are going to achieve different kind of high level security mechanism also. For IoT, different techniques are already working. So in this particular article, I have used the technique of DNA-based cryptography scheme. This DNA-based method, this is actually the new method which is being actively working from last 2 decades. We have plenty of methods, but why I've chosen DNA-based cryptography system? There are many reasons to choose it. Number one reason that this is a new era of research where we are dealing with multiple combinations of keys. With DNA-based cryptography system, it means that we are having almost millions of combinations of human DNA. So we will not have any deprive of the key method which we are going to use. So we are not particularly dependent on any particular number of keys. We can pick up any key which is available at the public sources. We can pick up any key, and based on that key, again the mechanism of public and private key, the pair is being generated. And based on IoT, I have chosen the method that the complete scheme will not exceed, it is not going to give the load on the IoT. So we are making a lightweight cryptography system. So here, to achieve that security, different kind of mechanisms are working, different levels are working. I have given the first level, the second level, and the third level. And with these 3 levels, I have achieved my required level of security. And I have discussed, enclosed my system design also in this article, the results also, like how I'm finding it better as compared to the existing approaches. And based on the findings, I can claim that the method which I have chosen, this is going to be the promising approach, and it is going to promise that the security is going to be enhanced, and it is not going to give the load on the IoT, and it is providing better security as compared to the existing approaches. So if I talk about the levels of security, it means I have enclosed it into 3 levels. The first level of security, that where I have chosen the selection of it was the selection of DNA sequence. DNA sequences, as I mentioned, that we are not using any predefined key, or it is not going to be the key that which is already available. It means that I have already used the resources where millions of sequences of DNA-based keys are there. So this is going to be our public key, which we are going to take. Now, on this key, we are going to provide different kind of security. As this key, it is going to have the nucleotides of ACGT, adenine, guanine, cytosine, and thymine. And so all these nucleotides are the pairing combination of binary bits, like each thymine or each nucleotide. If I go to the structure of DNA, it means that here the nucleotides are being combination with other different kind of phosphates, and this is going to make the combined pair of which is providing the uniqueness, and this is providing the strong structure, which is the formation of the human body also. So from that base, it means that we are going to have plenty of the millions of DNA sequences. Now, as a result of this one key, I'm going to get the combination of which is available in the binary one. From that binary, again, then I will apply the basic operations where I'm going to choose the second level. So operations which are going to be applied here are the substitutions and transpositions. Padding also can be applied like this is like the higher levels which I'll talk where when I'll proceed to the next to the of the slide. At the third level, I'm using ECC encryption. ECC encryption is really important for different kind of reasons. Number one reason, it is providing the complexity in terms of the key combination. I'm not talking about the complexity in terms of operation. I'm talking about that here with ECC encryption, I'm going to achieve the security that the key is almost impossible. I'm saying almost impossible because for as I have taken it in different results that this key is not breakable. So this combination of DNA with ECC is claiming to have the security level where this key is not going to compromise the security of the IoT system. So all these three combinations are going to achieve the ciphertext, which I'm going to send to the receiver. And I'm claiming that this combination is going to be secure against the majority of the attacks. And whatever attack talk about, it means our method is secure against those kind of attacks. So if I go to the introduction, it means that first of all, we should know IoT. This is the Internet of Things. And Internet of Things means that here different kind of devices, they are connected with each other, like that applications are spanning from personal use to industrial one. Everywhere, wherever you see, you'll find IoT there. So it means our security challenge is there. We should have some kind of protective measures where our IoT security should not be compromised. So encryption method, it means that I'm going to use DNA-based, electrical. Now, with what combinations, with what methods I have compared it? I've compared it with existing methods, which are already like I have DES, 3DES, AEC, AES. With all these methods which are already working and what kind of keys they are using, I have tried to compare these results along with these methods that why my particular combination is better or how it is going to be fruitful for IoT security. So for this comparison, where I talk about different pros and cons, that it means that I'm saying that ECC is more efficient, but what kind of attacks can be vulnerable for that? DNA encryption method is saying that this is the strongest method for securing our IoT, and this is minimizing the overhead also. So advantages of DNA-based encryption is that it is particularly promising for other IoT security due to its lightweight system. It is stronger to the resistance of majority of the attacks, and this is available publicly. You don't have to create the key and then you should care about that like your key is taken or it can be compromised. You don't care about all these things. Different literature review are done. A huge literature review is done based on this article. And this is like if I talk about the major things, the DNA-based encryption process, it means that you are going to have public keys. This is converting different kind of messages to binary. Then we can have concatenation with the DNA keys. Then we can transform the nucleotides before applying ECC. This is like one approach which is being used. In some way, we are saying that we are having enhanced security. Based on the literature review, I must say that our algorithm is the efficient one. And based on the comparative studies which I have done the literature review, I'm saying that there are notable strengths which are being noted when doing the literature review, that DNA-based encryption is stronger as compared to the existing approaches. And different identified challenges are also being mentioned there. That we are talking about, like we have the challenge of scalability, we have the challenge of complexity tackling, then performance overhead, security vulnerability in against the existing methods, and how we are talking about the improvement in the DNA-based encryption. All these things we are saying based on the IoT structure that we should deal with all these kind of challenges. So this is like the quick review that if I choose like 3-DES, ES, ECC or DNA, what is the key length is being used, what are the strengths, what are the weaknesses, and what kind of possible attacks are possible based on these things. And if I just summarize it, if I go to the last one, that for DNA, I don't need any particular key size. This is like the beauty of DNA, that you can pick up, you can decide what length you want, and you will pick that kind of sequence by yourself. Then in the strength, I'm saying that this is the extraordinary storage capacity of DNA, and it is providing the storage with a less power consumption. Again, this is like the requirement of IoT. Uh, in weakness, we can say that this high processing time, dynamicity can be there, and this is experimental approach, and limited practical use. But we will take these weaknesses as a strength of our algorithm, because I'm saying that there it is like limited use. It means that we have more chance of more research, and definitely as the time is progressing, we are finding more and more research on the DNA based method because of its promising nature. So this is the future. I must say that the future of IoT, the security of the information systems is not, like in the coming years, you will find the DNA based method will be everywhere. So this is, again, we are saying that here, based on this DNA base, because of this variable nature, we are find that this is vulnerable to any particular attack. So if I go to system design, that as I mentioned, we are going to have three different kind of rounds. The first round, the second round, the third round, and each round is ensuring randomness and efficiency. Uh, First of all, when I'm choosing that what kind of key should be used, there at that time, fitness function is being used for the key strength. That fitness function is based on two criteria. Number one criteria, we are mentioning that the nucleotide should not repeat. Maximum repetition allowed is 2. So when we are saying the combination ACGT, it means ACGT combination should not repeat. So this is how we are producing the randomness. And then number two, I'm saying that when the, the key balance is being generated, it means we are going to have the robust function. So here, how much length we want, and based on the length, how much nucleotides we have chosen, and then what is the frequency, how much frequency of the nucleotides we want, and how many rounds we want in that particular generation of the key. So this is based on this, the first key of nucleotides will be generated. Then that key will go to the different round to enhance the security. But again, like at each, as I mentioned, that at each step, we are promising that it is going to provide the uniqueness. The first step of uniqueness is taken here by providing that, okay, which kind of fitness function is going to use. And here we I have taken the help of for machine learning also. This in the later, like I have this idea to convert this into again approach, that this for fitness function is going to check that based on different kind of sequences, that which keys are strong, which keys are weak, which keys are going to the moderate one, how you're going to achieve the more efficiency. So this is going to, again, we have this plan that will go for it in the future also. But at this particular one step itself, our uniqueness is ensuring that the key is being secured. So after key generation, after then we have converted to nucleotides, then to the binary, then the binary operations are being applied. Then in the algorithm, we have used the ECC approach also. So in ECC, again, the equations are there, and based on the equations, we 2 points are being chosen. Based on the point, the message is being encrypted. Then the equation is fulfilled, and then our sequence is converted into the concatenation of C1, like some combination we have given. So based on that, like after DNA sequences, ECC is being approached, and for that we have given that the 2 basic points of P, Q, and R. In those finite space where we are working with the ECC algorithm. So our message is converted to decimal is converted to bits, we have chosen the selection of bits. Selection of bits are here, like the fitness function has worked. Then that again, after choosing, that is converted to bit. The message and the bits are concatenated. Then we applied the binary functions over there. So some transposition substitutions happened. Then again, we converted back to decimal, and encryption using ECC happened there. So now at the end, our ciphertext is being generated. This is the mentioned where I mentioned that how keys are being generated, how the operation is working. So we have chosen the DNA key data set. From that data set, I applied the fitness test. Key is being generated. When random key is being taken there, then after that, like operations with different bits are being applied, and that is then after that ECC approach, and then encrypted text is being generated. As algorithm is progressing, then definitely for the transmission and message decryption, algorithm is being mentioned there. That what loop will work there, at what is the condition is going to work, where the loop is going to close, what should be the length. All these things are mentioned in the algorithm, and this is proceeding with the algorithm itself. What the results are saying. So if I talk about the results are being evaluated in Python language, and for that, 3 images were taken. The images which are of Lena and photographer and Pepper. These 3 images were taken, and algorithm already in Python we were having this beauty that it was testing the DES and 3DES automatically. ECC, it was testing automatically, and we were producing the results. So what results are being produced here for all these 3 images. And then on our algorithm, we tested our results, which is LWC's lightweight cryptographic system. And then other than this, 2 more algorithms are being taken, and their results as because these algorithms, they are my benchmarks. So these results were already there. So compared the results of existing algorithms with my produced research. So these results, based on these 3 images, the results are saying that when I'm going to compare the original and encrypted image, what kind of encryption time is taken. So my encryption time is, you can see in the picture also, that for different images, it is showing the different image time. Like for the Lena one, the encryption time of LWC is almost equal to AES. For 3DES, it is little bit less, but for AES and my algorithm, it is almost same. If I talk about photographer, my encryption time is a little bit high as compared to the other one. And for Pepper, it is the optimum. The same is being mentioned in terms of values. Throughput of both of these algorithms, LWCS is showing the maximum throughput as compared to the existing algorithms for particular period of time. Throughput is like actually that is the rate at which the information or signals are being processed by the system over a specific period of time. So my algorithm, if I talk about the complexity, if I talk about the data size, the processing power, and the memory resources, it is showing the maximum throughput. It means that this is the highly suitable for the IoT. Similarly, for delay, I'm claiming based on the results that my delay is least one as compared to the existing approaches. Okay. Then energy consumption is being taken, and in energy consumption also the defined algorithm is showing the optimum result as compared to the existing approaches. So based on these research, I must say that the algorithm which I proposed, it is showing the maximum throughput. It is consuming the less energy. It is giving the less delay, and it is giving the less encryption time as compared to the existing approaches of existing standards which are already working with the network security. These are the references, some of the references which are being taken, and in acknowledgement, I must say that this is I'm highly thankful the Research Innovation Enterprise Center IEC. This RIEC, University of Malaysia Sarawak, has given us this grant under 2186 of 2021. where this is being proposed by like for fast track and for supporting this fast track research support system. And this copyright is under the IRIAC. Thank you so much.